Want to know how to handle highest and best multiple offer situations in a seller's market as a buyer? Well, in this video, we're going to talk all about it. Hey, what's going on, guys? Victor Chambers here, New Jersey real estate agent, investor, and entrepreneur, back with another video. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. This is the channel where I bring you tips, strategies, and advice to empower you on your real estate journey. As always, thank you for tuning in. Consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more weekly content. As promised in a previous video I did, giving you a little bit of insight into highest and best multiple offer scenarios, I wanted to come with another video to provide you some perspectives on the process as a buyer in a seller's market. As a buyer in a seller's market, the house hunting process can be both stressful and frustrating. But I will tell you there are specific things you should be aware of and take into consideration when looking for houses and submitting offers so that you can be successful in these scenarios. The first thing is making a significant down payment or deposit. Making a significant down payment or deposit is important in showing good faith in moving forward in a transaction. It shows that you are actually serious because you're willing to put skin in the game. If you're getting a conventional mortgage, you'll be required to put anywhere from 5 to 20% down anyway. However, this may not be feasible if you're getting a FHA mortgage, which only requires 3.5% down. Deposits are typically held in escrow with an attorney or title company and are credited back to you at closing or credit towards your closing costs. But the important thing to know about a substantial down payment is that it gives an indication to the seller about your financial position and your seriousness about purchasing the home. Number 2 is the settlement date. You see, it's important to differentiate yourself by being able to accommodate the closing date that the seller wants. See, maybe they're purchasing another home and need to move as soon as possible so that they can avoid paying 2 mortgages. Or maybe they just need a little more time to complete their move. In the case of the latter, there may be the opportunity to provide a use and occupancy term or agreement that allows the seller to occupy the home for a certain amount of time post-closing. Number 3 is home inspections. Now, it's always recommended to have a home inspection conducted by a licensed home inspector. This is important when purchasing a home because you want to be aware of any issues that exist or may potentially exist that are not obvious to the untrained eye. But the home inspection process can be a means to gaining a competitive advantage in a multiple offer highest and best scenario. How, you might ask? By opting to waive some or all the inspection issues and effectively purchase the property as is can be a way to differentiate your offer from others. However, it's important to have an honest and candid conversation with yourself, your agent, and others involved in the decision-making process of purchasing the home to understand what issues you may or may not be prepared to deal with. Number 4 is purchase price. Purchase price is not the end-all, be-all in a highest and best multiple offer scenario. And I'm sure you can tell this by a few of the items I've already mentioned. You see, sellers will likely take a holistic approach to scrutinizing offers and their terms. For example, let's say there are 2 offers, a $200,000 offer and a $210,000 offer. Obviously, the $210,000 offer is more. However, the $200,000 offer provides for a use and occupancy that will allow the seller to remain in the home post-closing for a certain amount of time. Maybe it's important for the seller to be able to stay in the home for a certain amount of time after closing because, as I've said, they need to maybe purchase another home or they're moving into another place or relocating out of the area. In that case, the $200,000 offer doesn't have the highest price, but it offers the best terms for the seller's situation. Number 5, escalation clauses. Escalation clauses, if permitted by the listing agent and the seller, can definitely be a way to differentiate your offer from other offers. In a nutshell, an escalation clause is a special addendum that allows the buyer the option to outbid other offers by a certain amount up to a maximum price. For example, a buyer may offer to pay $300,000 with an escalation up to $325,000 to give them room to outbid other offers that may come in higher than their $300,000 offer. Escalation clauses can be tricky to navigate, and thus they're not always advisable or acceptable. Number 6 is financing terms. I touched on this briefly when I talked about making a substantial deposit, but I just want to reiterate that conventional loans are commonly viewed as more desirable because they require a larger deposit, as opposed to FHA loans, which require 3.5% down, or other government loans such as VA loans, which commonly require 0% down. Larger down payments sometimes, but not always, as I mentioned, are a good indication of the buyer's financial position and their willingness to purchase the home. Again, larger down payments are sometimes, but not always, an indication of the strength or weakness of a buyer's profile and their ability to purchase the home. And number 7 is you. That's right, you, the buyer. Some sellers are actually interested in learning more about who is actually purchasing their home. What drew them to the property? What features did they like? Maybe they like schools in the neighborhood. A simple note or letter to the seller with a photo will give the seller a glimpse into who you are as the buyer. It also creates an opportunity for you to appeal to the emotions of the seller. After all, selling a home can be a very emotional process. And besides, people want to work with people they like, know, and trust. And writing a note or letter is a way to hack the like, know, and trust equation and to build rapport with the seller. This could potentially get your offer more consideration. So as you can see, there's a lot to be considered as a buyer when navigating highest and best multiple offer situations in a seller's market. And I'll be honest, working with an experienced agent such as myself can definitely help ease the burden and ease the stress and frustration that can be associated with navigating these waters. I can advise and walk you through how we can best strategize to position your offer to win. Now, as always, thank you for tuning in. I hope you found this video useful. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. I'll be interested to hear more about maybe experiences you've had with navigating highest and best multiple offer scenarios. Until next time, see ya.